Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Rodeo Roundup right here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Night number 2 of the PBR Built Ford Tough Series, and we've got the back pins behind us, Brandon Bates. What a crazy start of the first round it was last night. I haven't seen anything like that other than probably one other time this year.
Yeah, it was a little bit bananas last night. The guys only rode 8 bulls to get the round started, and there was a bunch of re-rides, and they didn't take them, and then there was bulls that were just wearing guys out, and it was just one thing after another, But, I think tonight the guys will be back on track. I'm expecting JB to be in the game tonight. Last night, that was a pretty wild finish, and he was getting ready to get on. Then the bull really acted up in the buck and shoot in there, and stock contractor was trying to move the bull over, and JB leaned back there and said, "Can you get him to move up for me a little bit?" And then the stock contractor was trying to adjust the bull a little bit, and the bull just didn't take it very well and freaked out in the buck and shoot, and JB kind of re-aggravated the elbow situation that he's continued to have, and went back to the locker room. And from what I understand, I heard that he said in the locker room last night, even though he was unable to get on in round 1, that he would be able to get on in round 2. So we'll see.
And that's what I heard. That was the breaking news that I had just found out when I stepped into the media room tonight, that it is in fact true that JB Mauney is going to try to ride tonight. And Pearl Harbor in the 15-15, I don't know how that's going to fare with the injury he has right now.
Yeah, I think that when you look at, that bull and that magnitude of what he is, you're going to have a really difficult time getting by him for any guy. If you have a little bit of an injury or if you have something that's bothering you, Pearl Harbor's a bull that I think he's going to want to ride, and I think at his best he does ride all day long. I just don't know that he has the ability to get by that bull with an injury. He's going to tell me that I'm wrong, and I appreciate that, and I hope that I am wrong. But just a very difficult bull to get by if you have a nagging elbow injury. This bull really blows out of there. He's very long. He kicks. Cooper Davis said he was the rankest bull he's ever felt in his life. Cooper's a young guy. He hasn't probably been on a few of those bulls, but when a guy that rides as good as him, a PBR World Finals champion, says this is what this bull felt like, you kind of perk up and you know that he's the real deal.
Absolutely, and I know that you're about ready to go on here in a little bit, and you got your production meeting, but let's preview this round 2 and the 15-15 tonight. We already talked a little bit about the round 2, but the 15-15, it's the 5th time that's happened in 2016. I don't think the last 4 times we have ever seen a round this stacked with bovine power.
Yeah, I think the over-under, Cody Lambert kind of told me earlier, he thinks the over-under is probably going to be 2.5. I don't know where he got the half at, but I think 2 is a real good number. I would love to see 4 and 5, and there is that chance. Look, there's without a doubt, even though the way the stats break out, there is a chance that they could ride 4 or 5 bulls here. I think in the long run, if they can focus on the long run bulls and not ride past them, they'll be great. If they are looking towards the 15-15 round, the top 15 guys, and they're going to have trouble. I think they're going to ride 10 to 15 bulls in the long run, and I think they ride 2 in the 15-15, and it's going to be very punishing for a lot of guys in the 15-15. It's going to be a tough night.
We talk about 10 to 15 in round 2 and 8 last night. If some of those guys ride and they have 2 rides coming in, that leaves the third and final afternoon performance tomorrow before the championship round wide open to fill the other spots.
This event right now is wide open to begin with. It's 100% wide open. Anybody can jump in and win this event. And guys that bucked off last night. In fact, I'll go so far to predict and say that I think a guy that bucked off last night wins this event this weekend. So that's how wide open I truly believe it is. I think that Gage Gay, he rode a bull last night. He's got a good one. If he gets off to a good start here on Chantilly Lace, bull he's got tonight, he's the first gunner. We'll watch him go first. I think that he goes into the lead on Sunday. If he stubs his toe and makes a mistake, the next one to watch out for is going to be Derek Colbaba and Grandpa Joe. That's a great bull. They've won some rounds on. Cooper Davis won a round on that bull. Has been on him a few times. He's a really good bull. Going back to the other one, and then the one I think that eventually has got to get the train back on the track, Shane Proctor. He's got a bull called Moto that we saw at the World Finals, and that's a really good matchup for him. So those are one of my 3. I mentioned Cooper, and then going back to him, he's got hot iron of Jared Allen's. There's 4 matchups right there, and I would pick JB all day long. I just think he's hurt, and JB's one of those guys. There's no other way to say it. He's stubborn. He's an extremely stubborn guy. He will not take no for an answer. That's also the reason he's a world champion, because he refuses to take no. But sometimes you just have a situation where you can't, you're hurt and you got to do what you got to do, and sometimes you got to lay out and you got to take no for an answer. We'll find out how that fares for him, but if he's healthy, he's my favorite guy that I'm picking from a stat standpoint. When he's hurt, it's just hard to go with anybody at this level of bull.
Absolutely. It's going to make for a very interesting next 3 rounds and 4 rounds of the 15-15. I sure appreciate you taking some time to meet with us up here in the Rodeo Roundup.
Cool. Thanks, man. Thanks for having me, and I appreciate it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Jason Hetland here, 2016 PBR Built Ford Tough Series right here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, with PBR Live, Brandon Bates.